How are we all? I hope we're all having a fantastic day as always. Really wanted to just share a really nice message today because I didn't even know it was International Women's Day until this morning, and it was plastered all over social media. So if you ever want to find some out, go for it on Facebook. But yeah, it's an amazing day. Now, I predominantly work with women anyway, just kind of been the nature of how things have happened. But, how about an International Darcy Day? What do you reckon? Should we have an International Darcy Day? Yes, I think so. I think, oh, he's tired. It's hard work being cute, isn't it? So, I predominantly just work with women anyway, just because it's just how it's turned out to be in terms of my business and in terms of how it's all run. But as a whole, I think it's an amazing day because I think a lot of the time as women, we kind of feel things, and I'm not discrediting men whatsoever because there's some incredible men out there, but as a woman, I don't think we're really nailed like women appreciation just yet. I still think that we're not quite there. I touched on it yesterday, especially in the UK. Like, I just don't feel like women empowerment is something that is like really a big thing. I think people talk about it quite a lot, but they don't really act on it, and I don't understand why. But I think it's quite tough to be a female as a whole. It's quite hard. It's hard to go through dealing with emotions. It's hard to go through dealing with self-esteem, dealing with confidence, dealing with comparison, and I think a lot of that is when we grow up. We go through school and we're constantly comparing ourselves to other people, particularly at school. Like, imagine, can you go back 10 years ago or however long it was since you were in school and think about how much you really just wanted to fit in and how much you just wanted to be accepted, and you'd compare yourself to the people with particularly nicer things, or people that were more popular, or people that were better at this, or people that were better in maths. Like, all the time you were comparing yourself. Oh, look at this. He's so sweet. So as we've grown up, that mentality sticks because whatever you think about, it becomes a habit. And that's just basically that way of thinking has just become a habit. And as you grow up, you still do it. It gets transferred from school into college, into university, into the workplace. And you still have that sort of undermining thing where it's a little bit like, ooh, they're doing this or they're doing that. And it's so bad. Like, it's so true that comparison is a thief of all happiness and confidence. And it is. It really is. And I think especially when it comes to women, it's not only are you made to feel like you're in competition with other women, which you're not. Everyone's on their own journey. Everyone's doing their own thing. Everyone's living their own life. And that's absolutely fine. But I don't feel as though we really have this big, amazing community that's like, oh yeah, women, we are all going to stand together and we are going to do this. I think in some environments that really does happen, and I'm so grateful to be part of environments that are like that. And that's simply because I've chosen who I want in my environment, I've chosen who I want in my life. So I'm really grateful that I've had that, and I get that, and I get support, and I get pushed to the higher self. And all of my group of friends, we are all so insanely different. We've got a dental technician, a midwife, a coach, a traveller, someone working in a massive TV corporation, one of the biggest in the UK. I've got friends who have got children. We've all got so many different things. We've all gone in so many different directions. But the people I have in my life are truly incredible. And, my mum is one of the most inspiring women I've ever met. She's gone and done anything she could for her children. And my sister has gone through hell and back in her life. And she has become one of the most inspiring people. And if anybody, knows anything about anything that's gone on in my life, you'll understand what I say when I say the women in my life are truly incredible. My nan, my God, she's like my favourite woman ever. She is as well. Her life and her story are phenomenal. So I'm so incredibly grateful that I've actually had the opportunity to be around some so incredible women. And I just wanted to kind of share that with you today, because it's all about who you surround yourself with. And if you are finding, and I know it's as a whole, as a general thing, it's quite common that women are not, you know, they're known to be quite bitchy. It's known to be in groups. Girls can be quite a pain. You know, you have all these things that are going on, and I know, and that's why I'm not coming on here and going, yeah, all women are amazing and we all love each other and we all do this, because we don't. There's no one on this planet that all loves everybody. We love each other in terms of, you know, we can accept and we can let people be and we can love on them, but we don't have to have massively strong connections with everybody. And that is what I wanted to really, really show. And be really quite honest about it, because, you know, even as somebody that is a massive advocate of personal development, there are things that I, you know, do that people don't agree with, and the things that I say that people don't agree with, and people that I may have in my life that people may or may not agree with. So there's so many different things, and it doesn't mean, and that's why I kind of wanted to share with you that how important it is really as a woman to really build each other up. Because if you have 1 ounce of understanding of the courage of, and this is across the board for anybody, but because it's International Women's Day, I really wanted to just like show appreciation for women, because I just think they're incredible. But they actually, you know, physically have to go through a lot of things in terms of, I don't know, you know, periods and having children and childbirth and all those sorts of things. Like, that shows a strong woman anyway. But you go through all the emotional problems, you have all the hormonal things, you have all the social things, you have all the, you know, things that are in society that women should do and women should be and women should have. And there's some countries in the world that women are not treated in a way that we could or should be, in my personal view. And controversial as that may be to some people, that's just what I genuinely believe, that women in some place, and just the same as some men in some places, I'm sure, don't get treated the way that they should be. But as a whole, I just wanted to kind of really touch on the fact that women are phenomenal. And I wanted to just share with you some really, really great things and tips to be around people and be around women. That, and this is a post really for women, you know, if you're not really into hanging around with women, then it might not be something that could be really interesting to you, but it could be as a whole something that could work for you in terms of, if you're a male, finding your tribe essentially. So first of all, one of the things that could work is go to places that where you'll find and meet people that are having the same interests as you. Okay, so for me, for example, I go to a lot of seminars, I go to a lot of personal development things, I go to a lot of nutrition. As a nutritional therapist, for me it's really important to always know more. I kind of got more into the science of it as well more recently, where I'm more fascinated by the science behind why our body does what it does and how we can overcome that in a naturopathic way. So I go and find out more, more things around that. I also go and network with people that I know are interested in my, and I chat and I talk and I'm interactive and I want to know more, and I want to know more about them, and I want to know about how I can help them and what I can give to them. So that's one thing that you could do to really, really try and find out, and start connecting with other women that are really interested in what you're interested in as well, because I think that's just a really good starting point, particularly to get the right people around you. You need to have a certain level of interests that are the same. So that's one thing. Another thing that you could do is filter who you do and do not have in your life. Okay, so really have a good look at what you have in your life and who you have in your life, and find out if those people are serving you, if they are hindering you, if they are stopping you from going where you want to be, if they are trying to help you, if they are supporting you, if they're empowering you, if they are pushing you to the next level, if they're your biggest cheerleader, if they're your biggest supporter. Figure them out. And this is so true. You are the CEO of your own life. You categorically, the CEO of your own life, you can promote, you can demote, you can fire. So you do that. So if you, in terms of getting the right women around you that are supporting you, and that's one of the best ways to get the right stigma and to have women empowerment is, as an individual, get the right people around you. And I'm not saying that if you cut people out of your life, it has to be permanent, it could be temporary, but it doesn't mean that they are bad people. It means that they have the opportunity to find their tribe. And that's all you're doing. And that is going to be the best ways that anybody as a whole can really, really start finding their empowerment and being around people that are empowering. And I'm massive on, you know, women empowerment. I'm the biggest cheerleader for most of my friends all the time because I just love them. And I want them to be the best that they can be and have the best of everything if they physically can, because for me, I just think that's just what I'd love for every single person in my life. I want everybody to be as fulfilled as they physically can be, and that comes down to my clients as well, who are just phenomenal. And I always think as well that the women that I get to work with on a daily basis, on a weekly basis, are literally just some of the most inspiring people that I actually get the chance to see and to be around. So I just wanted to kind of pay tribute really to the amazing people I have in my life, but I wanted to kind of share with you some really top tips about how on International Women's Day you can have the best women around you. And that doesn't necessarily mean that women are, you know, some women are bad. They're absolutely not. And I'm genuinely big advocate and a big believer in that you should love everybody and everybody has good intentions. But I think that if you're going to be realistic, then and to make the world a better place, find your tribe, let people go and find their tribe, and then you can start being an advocate of women empowerment as well, because I think that's one of the biggest things that will really, really help change, especially in the UK, because I don't feel that women have that space where they can sit and talk about all the amazing things that they've done, but without, you know, the risk, I guess, of people sitting and saying to them, oh, you know, have you seen her? What is she doing? Why is she doing this? Or whatever. Or, you know, women can be, anybody as a whole, as a human, as a race, we can be quite judgmental. And in the UK, we're very, very cynical. And that is, again, that's not me trying to say that the UK is bad or anything like that, because we're not. I love the UK, but I know for places like in the US, in Australia, if you want to see International Women's Day, like, they are frigging loving each other like you won't believe. And I just want that for the UK as well. And I know we're getting there bit by bit, but I really, really wanted to share with you some really great ways so that you in your own life can help yourself and get the right tribe around you. So change your environment up. And I do that, I say that quite a lot, like the top 5 people in your life that you spend the most time with, you are going to become. You're going to pick up their traits, you're going to pick up their habits, you're going to pick up their behaviours, and you're going to become them. So have a good look at the top 5 women in your life right now, and, you know, figure out you are going to be the mould of all them women. You really, really are. So pick who you want, like pick the role models, pick the cheerleaders, pick the supporters, pick the people that are empowering, and be around them and spend as much time as you can with them, because that will really help you. And also be the best version of you. Always, always, always be the best version that you can be, and be so unapologetic about who you are and what you want. And be so unapologetic about who you are, because that's one of the biggest things that people are kind of attracting the negativity themselves. Because if you are not somebody that, if you don't show up and do what you do usually without feeling a little bit apologetic about it, you're going to give off that vibe and you're going to attract more of that. So be so you on everything that you do, be authentic, be empowered by yourself, and show up as you unapologetically, and I promise you, you're going to get a really, really good response to that. So they're another really, really great thing. Just be you, be so unapologetic about it, and love every single thing. And one of the biggest things that that can help with women empowerment as well at the moment is loving everything, like everybody, like love on people, like people think you're the nicest, kindest, most generous, giving, positive, powerful woman that you know that you could possibly be, and make that be your signature state. Like, make that be who you are, and people know that that's who you are, because the more you give, the more you're going to get back. So always try and be in a place of contribution, and always trying to help people, and be so unapologetic about that as well, because you shouldn't be ashamed to talk about the amazing things that you get to do, but also you should always try and be the best version of you doing that. And that will just kind of reinforce some really, really great habits. What do you think, Darcy? Do you like that? Well, apparently Darcy likes what's coming out of my mouth right now, so he's the best. This is like International Appreciation for Darcy Day. Every day. Yeah. So that is what I wanted to share with you today. So that's me and little Darcy, Darcy. Say hello to everyone, Darcy. Hey. And that's me and Darcy, and we are coming to you today on International Women's Day to say you are all amazing. We love you all, and we think you're all capable of doing really, really great, amazing things. So enjoy the rest of the day.